wanted to shift gears slightly and talk a little bit about your initiatives in light of what is, it's no secret that the city is facing a pretty challenging budget situation. I wanted to know how that you thought that might impact your initiatives or the way you go about trying to deliver them.
That's an excellent question. The city, of course, has its economic ups and downs, just like private companies, just like many of our individual households. We all face more or less challenges at different times when it comes to finances and economics. Certainly, with the global economic recession, that everyone's going through, the city as well is facing a lot of challenges. One of the things we've done with our programs is we've been very clear about our city's, I think, abilities, opportunities, and our limitations. And one of our limitations is we don't have endless resources of funding to throw at things as much as we wish we did. And so when it comes to delivering vital city services, I think that's always going to be the number one responsibility of the city. Fire and safety for everyone that lives here, healthcare and transportation, and on and on and on. All the incredibly valuable services that a city delivers are critical. And by comparison, I would say that the work we do around financial education and financial empowerment is also vitally important. But I think that it's something that we want to keep in the right perspective. And as a result, what we've done at the city level is we've actually been very, very limited in terms of our use of actual city funds and city funding. We've done everything we can to go out there and raise private dollars, foundation monies, and they've really helped us, kind of get on our feet and be able to really be successful with a number of our programs and not have to rely entirely on city funding. Now, there certainly are some programs that the city launched and funds these days entirely on its own. One of them is the Working Families Credit Program, which is a great program, which helps improve the take-up rate of the great federal benefit, the Earned Income Tax Credit.
Which we might add, you pioneered.
In which we launched out of this office now 5 years ago. And that program actually does deliver a cash local match amount to families here in San Francisco that are taking up this Earned Income Tax Credit program. So there are things that we do fund. I would say that, especially with the situation these days, the city's capability, just like everybody else's, has its limitations. And we have to be cognizant of that. So we're always talking about how we can partner with folks, not only to provide important services, but sometimes even actual funding for our programs to make sure they're successful. That opportunity only becomes more and more important for us. Because as we try and do many of these new programs I was talking about, we're going to need even more personnel, some more staffing, some more materials, some more technology, websites, things like that developed, and all that's going to take some funding. We're stepping up our fundraising efforts. We're also looking at our own city budget, but honestly right now there's not a lot of opportunity there. So we have to look at working very closely with partners, including some funding partners that will help us deliver the things we're looking at. What I'm excited about is I think many of the projects we've talked about are so vitally important right now. I mean, what has the economic recession taught us? But that it's even more important than ever. It's more emphasized than ever that we all need to be completely as smart and as intelligent and as educated as possible on how we handle our finances, how we handle our money. Too many people got caught unprepared in this last economic crisis, and horrible things happened. They lost their home, they lost their jobs, more and more and more things. And some of these things might have been better handled if they had been better prepared financially. That's what I think we have right now, is an opportunity to shine a light on these types of programs and say, we've all just seen how vitally important it is for us to be as smart and as intelligent and as prepared as possible. Let's really emphasize these programs again, and we're finding that we're getting a lot of support.